Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Tranquil Waters by Stevie. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. That's indeed what we are playing. You know, I'm no math magician, but I think Farming Simulator 22 basically means this game is 2 years old. Actually, I think it's a little over 2 years old by now. I think we usually get it in November, right? Of the year before it, you know, for whatever its namesake is. Slow down there, Chief. Trying to get through this Triticale harvest. It's a big one. Field 20 is our biggest field we have. This is supposed to be matching combine speed, but it has a tendency to run away a little bit. I'm not sure if that's an issue with the mod or if that's an issue with the fact that I build up the speed on these things a hair. Maybe they get a little confused. Maybe it's going downhill. Maybe that's part of the issue. But whatever it might be, we're going to try and keep it steady Eddie. So yeah, we are playing Farming Simulator 22. 2 years old. Hard to believe how quickly. 2 years. My goodness. I don't know. It doesn't feel like 2 years to me. Kind of crazy. Happy Wednesday. Sorry I left you in the I ghosted. Maybe is that what I did? Did I ghost you yesterday with Tuesday's episode? I guess I kind of did. I kind of didn't. I did post a message letting you know that, man, something's wrong with my chair today. I just don't feel comfortable. Something's going on here. Something's going on here at the remote ArcUS gaming location. Had a little bit of a family issue, had to be taken care of, an unfortunate passing of a family member. Really great guy. Very unfortunate, but these things do happen. It's part of life, as they say, death and taxes, right? But it always brings it home a little bit more when it's somebody your age or even younger. It just feels different. But we're back at it. We are definitely back at it. We are getting towards the end of Tranquil Waters as we know it. Soon, Tranquil Waters will be in its post-apocalyptic stage. We're going to leave it barren, fallow, and barely inhabitable once we are done. Actually, it won't be that bad. I'm sure somebody will be able to come in and figure out what we did wrong and fix it. So Triticale is not really going to do much for us. I mean, it's going to make us money. We don't need it for much. We really don't have any productions that want Triticale, so it's going to be basically a direct to market kind of a deal for us. Right now, it's not at its high price. It's kind of at a meh price, and it will benefit us greatly to store it and wait a month or two before we take it to sell. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to silo it, and then we'll get to the I think close to December. We'll take it out and we'll get it sold and make some cash. Speaking of cash, we have a lot of compost. We've got 1.5 million liters of compostery product that we can take to market. That is going to bring us a lot of money. And I think if we wait a month or two, we'll do a little bit better. Compost, I don't think compost has like a huge price spread to it. I think it's, if I remember right, it's reasonably average across the board. So the average high is 1716. And it's about $400 almost difference. So I guess that's pretty good. That's a December, January product. So maybe we can wait till October. We're going to have enough work to keep us busy here in September and October. Between this big Triticale harvest, and we've got wheat, barley, plus we've got our sugar beets, potatoes. So we've got enough to keep us busy for a bit. Again, our goal is to purchase out the rest of the land on the map. And we've got 2 more fields to do that. Actually, 1 more field. Sorry, that's my bad. Which is a couple million. And then we've got this little puppy over here, which is about 700. So we've got about $2.7 million left of purchasing to do. Which I don't think we'll have. I don't think we'll have any problems getting there. We inherited this Triticale when we bought Field 20. So whatever we make from this particular crop goes towards paying off the cost of the field. I think we'll do okay with this Triticale. I've already taken, I think, about 115,000 liters over to our silo. So we're getting close to 200,000 liters already from this field, and we've got a ways to go. So we're going to be well over 1 million, I think, liters on this field if my usually and normally horrible estimations are anywhere close to where they should be. Of course, we're going to have a buttload of straw. I don't know if we're going to bother with the straw or not. I might do it just for funsies. I might do some strawing. We've got our 1 million liter trailer that we can use in the forage pickup header, and excuse me, and we can maybe hit it that way. What's wrong? Am I too close? I'm getting too close. I'm about ready to hit the head. Man, I'm going to be pulled over for a DUI if I don't start driving right. But yeah, it's a lot of straw, and we could probably make some, few $1,000 from it if we just sell it outright, because at this point we really don't need. Man, I think we still have 1 million plus liters of straw sitting over at the monkey storage. But we will eventually probably sell out of most things and see where we're at financially. But we're drawing nigh. What is this, episode 92? I think, maybe? If it's episode 92, we are probably looking at getting over 100 on this thing. I am going to put it into overdrive, however, so that we can get through Tranquil Waters. Don't usually want to go too much over 100 episodes. I figure that's plenty for a Let's Play, especially with the length of the episodes we normally do. We normally hit 40-45 minutes plus. That's a lot of gameplay for a map. Adds up quick. I'll scooch out of your way. Getting ready for a nice, already thinking about the weekend, and I know it's only Wednesday, but already got the weekend in mind. And I'll tell you, we have, according to the forecast, we have some snow coming. Now, we've gotten some snow here today and last night. We're going to get some more overnight. And I guess we're getting, little spurts of it here and there. Tomorrow might be a nightmare because tonight is supposed to get below freezing temperatures. So all that moisture that we've gotten today from some snow and that sleet, kind of really heavy snow. We even got a little bit of rain, I think. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow weather-wise, especially in the morning. But this Friday, from my understanding, we'll see the weather. The weather people always like to, make it sound like it's going to be Armageddon. And I'll tell you, 9 times out of the 10, and I really believe this, 9 times out of 10, They're wrong. But according to the local forecasts, you know, our biggest snow of the year, well, of the winter, we had like no snow before 2024, which is crazy. We usually get some before 23 or before Christmas, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. 9-10 inches, and they said that might be very conservative. So, hey, you know what? I'm ready. Dump it. You know what? Give us a foot of snow. It's the weekend. Give some time to get things cleared out. I know my kids are happy because snow days here, it seems like the schools around here are, well, I guess it depends on where you live, and I know, I'm speeding up too much. It kind of depends on where you live. The more rural you are, the more likely you have for snow days. But yeah, the schools they give out snow days. It doesn't seem like we used to have that luxury when I went to school. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as safe as it is now, but it seems to me like it used to be when I went to school. It had to be pretty darn bad to get a snow day. And it seemed like the snow days we had, we were outside building snow forts. We got that much snow. You know, it wasn't like nowadays where, you know, a little bit of sleet, just a little sprinkling. Better keep the kids home. Now I sound like just a grumpy old man. Looks like I tagged something. I wonder if that's the sell point for Triticale, but I changed my mind and we're not selling it. Either that or we're finally having first contact. That would be amazing. I mean, that would be... How do you feel about that? Do you think that would be... I mean, what do you think would happen? Do you think we're at a point now in society where if we actually, honestly, without any possibility of there being a pretend thing or you can discount it, we're talking about an alien craft hovering above your city. How do you think that would go down these days? I wonder. I wonder if it would go down any different than it would have 50 years ago, 60, 75, 100 years ago. I don't know. It seems like it would have been. It almost seems like more people these days, of course, they say that, I think the latest thing I heard was like 50, 60% of the population believe that we're not alone. It could be higher. And I think through science and astronomy, not astrology, it could be astrology too, who knows, but through astronomy and whatnot, you know, there's where we have a lot more information about the universe, but even then, you know, the information we have is still us making those determinations, us looking at data, so it's always fallible. You know, human beings are fallible. We're not perfect beings. You can see that in everything. And I mean, look at what's going on right now with our friends Boeing. Once again, a little bit of an issue with some plug doors, which I am loving at the moment, and not for the reason you might think. Now, you may know that I've mentioned previously that I am in IT, but I am in an aerospace or a aviation field. And I have, and it's a hobby of mine, and I love aviation, and can tell you, and you probably know this, maybe you do, maybe you don't, depends on if you get your information from legitimate sources or from TikTok, but planes are so heavily, there's everything's redundant, if not more than redundant. It's triple, quadrupled. And I would have no fear of flying in a 737 MAX 9 right now, even with these so-called loose bolts. But I'm enjoying the newscasts, the newscasters, and just the variety of insanity that comes out when things like this happen. And I use insanity as an alternative to stupidity, because stupidity is actually a little meaner, but that's what it is. It's absolute stupidity, insanity. It is fear-mongering. It's laughable. We are so far away, and already, they're already saying, oh, Boeing, is this another huge 737 MAX thing, and with the groundings, and it's just so much BS going on right now. There's so much more to learn about this door that flew off. They're not even close to knowing everything about it. And these loose bolts that they're finding, we just don't know. We don't know. And people need to chill. People need to relax. And I know the news needs to get on it because they don't want to be left behind. They want to be the first to report stuff and blah, blah, blah. But they're idiots. And so don't fall victim to it. Be patient. The truth shall come out, whatever that might be. And I'm not saying it may not be. Oh, Brad. I'm not saying that it may not be something bad, that maybe there has been some issues with the manufacturing part or whatever it might be. But it's way too early. And it just drives me crazy. But I somewhat enjoy it, just watching these people. And I swear to all things holy, if I hear another newscaster use the word tarmac, I might lose my freaking mind. I don't know where that came from. There is no such thing as a tarmac at an airport. I don't know I think I know what they mean by it. If I hear another newscaster say the door flew off, like rocketed off, and I should probably stop. I'm getting myself worked up. I promised myself it's only Wednesday. I'm going to stay calm, cool, and collected. But no matter how you look at it, it could not have been a pleasant experience for people on that plane, no doubt. I think I kind of got a chuckle out of the fact that the iPhone they found was intact. 16,000 feet. Now, if Apple won't do anything about that as far as like media or publicity goes, because it's not the most pleasant experience, but at the same time, an iPhone fell 16,000 feet. And didn't just fall 16,000 feet. It got sucked out of a plane going probably about 250, 250 ground speed, somewhere in that neighborhood. So when it hit the ground, it was hauling. I wonder if it was. I don't know if they said what model iPhone it was. Do any of you know what model it was? They showed a picture of it, and I can't tell anymore if it's 13, 14, 15, whatever it is. But that gave me the biggest chuckle, I think, is the fact that this iPhone survived the fall and is still working. I think the picture showed it with a cracked screen, maybe. I think And here we're doing these drop tests from like 6 feet. Hello? How does that even work? Now, granted, it probably fell, you know, in dirt or grass or whatever. You know, if it would have hit cement, I'm assuming it would have not had the same success rate. But still, 16,000 feet going 250 plus. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's all right. I don't know. I don't know what else they found. They said they found the door. I think they're calling the dude that found the door Backyard Bob, because he found it in his backyard. The guy is a classic looking. I don't know if you've seen him in an interview or not, but he is a classic looking physics teacher. That's what he does, I guess. I guess he's a physics teacher. But to me, he just looks like a physics teacher. But, yeah, it's hilarious. Backyard Bob, you know. And I don't know what else they found. They said they haven't found bolts. I don't know if they found anything else that flew out the door. The one guy had his shirt ripped off. His T-shirt completely ripped off. I'll tell you what, if that would have been me sitting on that plane and my shirt got ripped off, I guarantee those flight attendants would have been running over there with a blanket to cover this body up. Because that would not have been a pleasant flight for anybody to have to sit there and look at my naked top half. I can tell you that much right now. Stu, I can hear it right now. Flight attendant, I'm terrified. It'll be okay. The plane is fine. We're circling to go back to land. No, that dude over there with his shirt off. That's disgusting. At least give the guy a bra. What do they call it? The bro? Or the manzier? Yeah, it's crazy times though. I don't know. If this is the way to start 2024 off, this should be an interesting year, needless to say. And I can tell you, and not to harp on this thing, but these whistleblowers, these so-called whistleblowers, yeah, okay, don't, again, maybe legit, there is a possibility, but I'll tell you, man, there's so many disgruntled employees out there that I assume these whistleblowers are just irritated employees that, you know, want to be heard. Maybe I'm being, maybe that's the side of me that, you know, my default is not to believe things I hear on the news. That's my default. Maybe I should be better about that. Nah, I don't want to do that. I'm still trying to convince my kids to get rid of TikTok. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but that would be my wish for the world, not world peace, but the destruction of TikTok. Oh, goodness gracious. What are we going to do? Hello, Tranquil Waters. The peace of Tranquil Waters will call me. We got some mods. Oh, a mod came out that I was pretty geeked about. It's a simple mod, but it's one that I wanted, that I think I've talked about before, and somebody finally released it. The Disable Pedestrians mod. I'm like, yeah, sweet. Now you can just disable these people that walk around like freaks. And I'll tell you, there's some, besides aesthetic value, I think there's some value for, in particular, PC players, where it's just one less thing that your game has to generate. One less object, you know, or not just one, but, you know, disable the pedestrians. Maybe that'll smooth your gameplay out a little bit. It's something to try. Speedboat. I mean, if you don't care about seeing, you know, these zombified people walking around, going through doors and ghosting through walls, grab that mod. I'm not sure if it's cross-platform. My guess is it's not. It's probably a script mod, but I'd grab it. Unless you really like seeing people do that. I'm going to leave it on for Tranquil Waters just because we've spotted Gwen walking around over at the dealership, and I want to keep an eye on her. Seems like there were a couple other mods I had some interest in that I saw. Oh, the multi-fruit harvester pack came out. That's kind of nice. Very small, simple mod, but I think will be really nice, especially maybe for console players. Did I enable that? I don't know if I enabled that. I may not have. Let's take a quick peek ski, see if I did. Oh, I did, right there. Multi-fruit harvester pack. And it just adds the, you know, multiple. There's our onion, by the way. And it adds, that would have been handy to have when I was trying to find something to stinking harvest onions with. But yeah, it, oh, that's Stevie mod. But it adds, you know, an option for people. They don't, I think it's like the same price as the base game and the same specs. So you're not really getting, you know, you're not getting some kind of tweaked out deal, but at least you're able to maybe not have to buy multiple different tools or lease multiple different things if you're trying to harvest different root crops. So that's kind of handy. So yeah, this Triticale is going to be a nice big one for us. It'll be interesting to see what we end up with as far as leaders go. But we'll have this. We've got wheat and barley over on this, what is it, the southeast corner fields. And that'll do it for September. And then we'll have to move on to October. I think we'll be getting our root crops in October and whatever remaining. Oh, sunflowers. Yeah, we've got some sunflowers too, don't we? So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm gonna cut a little bit short. We're about 30 minutes, not too shabby. But I'm gonna get this Triticale finished up, and so we can move on, keep moving forward. Like I said, we're drawing nigh to the end of Tranquil Waters. And to our next adventure, indeed. But you all have a great Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I'd sure appreciate that. As always, you're welcome to join. You're welcome to subscribe. You're welcome to check out our Discord channel. But most importantly, I appreciate you stopping by. Feel free to say hello in the comments and any other thing you'd like to relate. And that's about it. But take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay safe. If you're getting some weather in your area, just be safe when you're traveling. Don't take any chances. Stay home and stay warm and comfy. And I'll see you all back here on Tranquil Waters tomorrow. Bye for now.